think Sandler is really great with voice acting for that reason. He did a groggy old man voice, but it also sounds like a 5-year-old's talking at the same time. I don't know how he does it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Candid Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing the new Adam Sandler film, Leo, which is now streaming on Netflix. I had the honor to join the virtual press conference this past Saturday with Robert Marionetti, Robert Smigel, and David Waterheim, and of course, the Sandman himself. And what I love the most about these filmmakers coming together and making something as wholesome and heartfelt as Leo is that they drew from personal experiences, which is really important in this case. So they created a very safe space for children to express their anxieties, express their fears, express how they are feeling inside, because not many children have an outlet to just talk about stuff that they're concerned about. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to go see, a therapist to express themselves. They need to have friends that they're able to talk to. They need to have a parental figure that they're able to talk to, whether maybe not be your mom or your dad, it could be an aunt or an uncle. You need someone to always confide in. And I think that Leo is a film that offers that safe space. This film is structured as Leo, who's the 74-year-old lizard, who's obviously played by Adam Sandler. He is towards the end of his life. So he thinks he's towards the end of his life. So he's sitting in this terrarium in this grade 5 classroom with his friend Squirtle, who's voiced by Bill Burr. And yes, he is a turtle. So the two of them are in there, and he realizes that decades have passed as they sit in this classroom, and they keep changing students over and over, but they see the same stereotypes. They see that there's a loud, talkative one. They see that there's a quiet one who is afraid of everything. They see the class bully. They see the class clown. They see the popular girl, the one that's more timid. They see all of these stereotypes in the classroom constantly. And this movie really put into perspective how people are defined by their stereotype. And Leo helps these students kind of break through that. So their teacher, Mrs. Salinas, is going on mat leave. And the kids are like, but why did you have to get pregnant? Why did you have to leave me? Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. This new substitute teacher comes in named Miss Malcolm, who's voiced by Cicely Strong. And she has a more old school approach. So she implements that the students have to learn responsibility, and each student has to take home either Leo or Squirtle at the end of the week and stay with them the entire weekend. So at first, Leo's like, I need to get out of here. I need to leave. I need to try to break free every single time a student takes me home. But that's not what ends up happening. And Leo actually sits with these students. They realize that he can talk. They freak out for a bit, but then they start confiding in him. And the character design for Leo is probably the best aspect of this, where he looks like a grandfather. So you see that it's a lizard, obviously for kids, it's cute as a lizard. But as an adult, you're sitting there and he looks like your grandfather. There's an instant connection to him, not only because he looks like that, but it's also his wisdom and how he speaks. I think Sandler is really great with voice acting for that reason. He did a groggy old man voice, but it also sounds like a 5-year-old's talking at the same time. I don't know how he does it, but he balances the heartfelt moments and the humor. I don't think any humor kind of undercuts those emotional moments for these kids, which I really liked. But the animation and the ending really are the two things that I had a little gripe with that lowered my score of it. I think they put a lot of focus on polishing Leo, that the other characters, the students, aren't fully fleshed out in design, or the other animals apart from Squirtle's design was really strong as well. But I just think that the animation looked a bit stiff, or else Leo and Squirtle were probably the best designs in this animated feature. But if you move past the designs, the songs in this film are so wonderful. I was fortunate enough to go see the Sandman live. I went to go see his comedy show with my best friend, and he is incredible. He's so talented. He has a thing in his stand-up where he plays songs throughout. There are like 10 songs that he plays, but they're all like these run-on, like talky songs. He belts it at times, but he tries to work in the jokes with the lyrics, and there's like amazing flow there. So what's great there is that he lets the song go on for a long period of time, and he keeps building on the jokes until there's no jokes left. So I think that the songs in Leo do the exact same thing, but they're educating the students, they're educating parents as well, because they do address parenting styles, they do address the family unit. You see from 3 different perspectives, which I really liked, and the music is very catchy. There are 2 great songs in here. These children are expressing their feelings, and it's really important, and you can feel how grounded this is, especially because you do have like Sunny and Sadie Sandler in the cast as well as 2 of the students. So I can imagine that they had asked their kids how they felt at any stage of their lives and plucked different stories. And they even had elementary school stories as well. In the press conference, Adam Sandler was like, yeah, elementary school was like my favorite period of my life. And everyone else said the exact same thing. And it's the truth. So then you see that one moment where the perception of a child's world is completely shattered. And everyone has gone through that. That's why it's a very universal story. It's not just a kid's movie. Do not think because it's animated, it's a kid's movie. There are plenty of things for adults to learn and kind of heal their inner child as well. So I think that Leo works twofold. It works for adults, it works for kids. And I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was great. I think that they have great lessons in here. And then the third act, it kind of got away from them. It did stretch a bit longer than I had anticipated because you could feel it dragging. Unfortunately, there had to be some sort of conflict, and Leo had a conflict with Miss Malkin that didn't really stick that well. Everything else that developed though between him and the students made complete sense, but you did need an antagonist in the story. So that didn't really work. But of course, in true Sandler fashion, they left it open for a second film, which would be absolutely hilarious. So I'm giving Leo a 3.5 out of 5. I really like this. It's Sandman. Sandman cares about the kids. Sandman cares about making people laugh. This is definitely a film that I wish that I had when I was a kid. So I hope that everyone enjoys this on Netflix. You really don't expect this to hit so hard until you're like crying. There's like a single tear. There's actually a song called Don't Cry in here that made me cry. In the comments below, please let me know what your favorite Adam Sandler movie is. I have my top 5, which I'll link down below as well, because it's Sandman. He's the greatest and I love him so much. So please support him this week. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And if you guys want to help me grow this wonderful channel, you can find out ways to do that in the bio below. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.